We have just gotten a full extended gameplay trailer for Black Ops 6 Zombies DLC 2, The Tomb, releasing this coming Tuesday on the 28th of January. I'm going to play it in its entirety right now, and then I'm going to break it down for all of the details you may have missed. Enjoy.
Don't know how far down this place goes, but you can bet that damn artifact is all the way at the bottom.
This is not the time to reconnect with your ancestors. Can't hide from me now.
I didn't know the wall was loaded.
Who invited the 12-foot tall cattle bruh?
Get up. No one's gonna carry you out of this pit.
Memories of a nightmare, buried deep in the hush of the place.
So yeah, as you saw, it wasn't too long of a trailer, coming just under a minute. Obviously, we had a short little snippet in the full seasonal trailer the other day. To be honest, it doesn't really reveal anything new that we didn't already know. So in this video's description, I'll leave a link to my prior video where I go over the prior teaser, as well as Call of Duty's entire blog, where they pretty much reveal everything about this map. So definitely check that out. To be honest, this trailer could have just been a part of the seasonal trailer anyways, but I'm glad Zombies is getting its own dedicated trailer for marketing purposes at least. So Treyarch captioned it saying the Sentinel artifact won't go quietly, and the description on YouTube reads, the Sentinel artifact awaits. Buried deep within this excavation site, a mystic gateway lies dormant. Survive the ancient terrors are lurking in the tomb. So yeah, obviously the whole point of this Easter egg is us going to be trying to find the Sentinel artifact. Maybe we will start a trial, but honestly, I don't think so. I thought so in the past, but now I'm second guessing it. But it seems the Sentinel artifact is probably either in the Dark Aether itself. We do see Prima Materia in the Dark Aether, and maybe that is where it's been trapped for years and years. It does seem it's tied to a new god, Mithras, from this, which is probably the statue being excavated in the spawns. Or Uptatus, or they could be the same person, they were just viewed by humanity as Mithras. Speaking of the spawn, this is where the trailer starts off. We have the Black Ops 6 Zombies logo, and you can see the spawn, the main excavation site. And you can see one of the Dark Aether portals in the back, as it seems like this map's going to be connected together with these Aether rifts. So as you can see, there's this red one here that then transitions into the statues room. So it seems like basically this map's going to be like 4 or 5 mini maps sort of stitched together with these different rifts, as opposed to you just sort of transcending down tunnels. It's all going to be joined together with these different rifts, as you can see, as we go through this first rift from spawn into this next stage, there's going to be another portal in the back there. So they're basically going to be functioning as the doors on this map. And then you can see there's an ammo crate just down there, and Weaver specifically says this as the trailer starts off.
Don't know how far down this place goes, but you can bet that damn artifact is all the way at the bottom.
So it does seem like we're going to have to get deeper and deeper down to find the Sentinel artifact. It was lost long ago, and it seems like the map is going to be on top a tomb where different factions and Aether gods have been trying to lure in humanity and battling against each other for eons. And there's been a cult of Mithras probably worshipping Uptatus, and probably loads of people have been trying to get the Sentinel artifact over the years. Then we see Maria and Gray walking into this room where you've got all of these statues, probably of this cult of these ancient warriors that fought long ago. You can see all of the different zombie models. They've got villager ones, they've got skeleton ones, and they've been mummified even. I really like all of the zombie designs for this map. It definitely makes it feel a lot more unique. And whilst this map is going to be a very small map on the scale of Liberty Falls, you can see the grandiose nature of it just makes the map feel a lot bigger than it is. I've seen lots of people in my comment section, why am I saying it's such a small map? Because Treyarch officially said it in the blog. They said it's about the size of Liberty Falls, and I think we've seen all of the map already, at least nothing Easter egg related. I think we've seen all of the sections, that's all there is to offer, and the sections probably feel a lot smaller when you play them in game, because you can sort of see the open area, for example in the dig site or in the crazy place or in the Dark Aether section, that make it seem a lot more vast than it probably is. The play space is probably small, but the world is so enriching and alive, and it looks so epic. And then we can see a triangle Dark Aether portal portal, but this one is green, and I find it interesting that all of the different portals seem to be different colors. We've got green, blue, red, and there does appear to be some sort of podium in front of it, so there seems to be ritual tables, and then we get a look at one of these dark ether lanterns. So I went over this in my prior video, but this is going to be a new trap feature on the map, and you can see there's a yellow dark ether rift in the shape of a triangle once again. So I'm not sure if some of these rifts you're just able to buy, or you have to activate each of them through some sort of ritual or something like that. Only time will tell. We'll just have to see. Then we get to see the lantern trap in action. As you can see there, it just floods down onto the zombies and decimates them. It even grows some of the dark ether grass when it's doing so. It looks so cool. Then we see death perception. Like I said before, check out my prior video where I go over all of the death perception augments that are going to be coming. This is a returning perk that'll let you see through walls for zombies as well as different items, etc. It's kind of useless in this game, to be honest, especially on a very small map like this. Then you can see there's loads of skulls and skeletons everywhere. Probably over the years there's been lots of battles here and people trying to find the Sentinel artifact but have failed and perished, and that is what has happened here. So that's why there is so much death in this tomb, and obviously it's been a burial ground for lots of people and entities over the years. There's skulls everywhere, and speaking of skulls, there is also a new trap on this map which you can see in action right here, which is the arrow trap. So obviously, in order to defend the tomb, different factions have probably lined this place with traps over the years, and it looks so cool. You've got these red skulls on the side, which their eyes are glowing red, and yeah, it just blazes these dark ether arrows into the zombies. So it's not just an ordinary arrow trap, it literally has etheric powers, it seems. Then we get another look at one of these ritual tables with a purple dark ether crystal on it. So maybe there's different colored crystals depending on the color of the portal, and you have to open each one up by placing them on it. I'm not exactly sure. Later in the trailer, you do see that the amulet is placed on atop this podium here. So it seems you have to place the amulet in order to power it up on this crystal, and it seems this will be the one that takes you into the dark ether, but I'll come on to that in a second. Now we get a look at the new crazy place. So obviously this map's heavily inspired by Origins. We're back in France, and this is this universe's version of Origins, almost as if we never left the cycle. We're back here where there's staffs. There's the crazy place once again. It obviously looks very different to the original crazy place in this new universe, but it has striking similarities. It has the exact same rock pillars with the circular symbols on, which are probably what is powering the gateways themselves. And you've got some of these lanterns on the side, and you can see quick revive right in the back there. For some weird reason in my prior video, I thought it was stamina up. I have no idea what was going on through my head. But yeah, it looks very cool. You can see then here this new mimic, which is an electric mimic that we saw in Modern Warfare Zombies in this game, which will electrify you, and it will act as an EMP. It'll even distort your HUD, which is going to be really annoying. And on this map, you've also got the vermin spiders returning, which again are going to be so annoying. Lots of people are complaining about reused enemy types. You can see quick revive in the back. Amalgams are also back, so literally almost every single enemy type is back apart from the manglers. And a lot of people are complaining that we're getting a lot of reused enemy types. I think because these maps have been getting released so quickly, they were probably finished long ago, or at least more or less, and they've just been putting the finishing touches on them because they had the 4-year dev cycle, and they probably had at work on COD 2025 Zombies now. So that's probably why we're seeing so many reused content and reused enemy types, because they were all made in unison, and now it's probably a bit too late to change things. I hope we can get some more new enemy types on future maps, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're mostly just returning or the same. It does feel a bit over bloated with so many different enemy types on this map for sure, especially with the spiders again. Like, the spiders really only fit Terminus atmosphere wise. You can also see the new Pack-a-Punch camo, which has the circular origin symbols on. So cool there, and obviously it comes in many different colors. And you get a look here at the back, there is one of these red dark ether portals. So this one may be just the one to come in. It's a bit unsure where all of these portals go. Maybe it's just so you can easily traverse to any point on the map. So maybe like all of the points on the map are going to have a few different portals, or at least maybe the crazy place section will have a few different portals. One might just take you straight back to spawn, one might take you into the dark ether, one might take you back into where the statues were and the temples. I'm not exactly sure, but that seems to be how this map is going to function. It might be very similar to Revelations, where it's all connected together with these different portals. And then we can see the Ice Staff in action. So the Ice Staff is obviously back on this map. However, it's upgraded. It's not going to work exactly how it did before. You're going to now be able to spin it and place it on the ground like the Staff of Ra, which will allow you to heal and heal players. It'll put this healing ring around you, which definitely has big lore implications with the Chaos Story back. And yeah, it looks so epic. But the other 3 staffs are not returning, probably because we've just had Citadel with 4 elemental swords. They don't want to do 4 elemental wonder weapon maps in a row, and there is also an armor spot right here. But yeah, all of the zombies look so cool with the different armor that they are wearing, and it definitely makes the map feel like, you know, it's centuries old, which it literally is. And yeah, they're putting a lot more attention to detail nowadays into the zombie types. And then you've got these circular symbols on the ground here, and then we see the reviving green effect of the staff that you can shoot and revive players. So cool there. And yeah, it places it backwards like that, and maybe you can even shoot backwards now, to be honest, because it did seem like you could in one of the promo images that we saw. So maybe if you pack a punch or something like that, you can shoot it backwards. Then we see the shot that I talked about earlier, where you place the amulet, it shoots this laser beam into the portal to open it. So maybe you have to do that for all of them, and then it makes it glow red/purple, the ring around it. The ring looks so cool. And then you can see there's these etchings over here where you can see almost like the Apostles' Table, and maybe this is the cult of Mithras in one of their meetings. Definitely all of these wall markings and wall paintings are going to be very important to the history of the map and the storyline. Then we see the Dark Aether, which looks so cool. You've got Prima Materia in the Dark Aether, major lore implications there. You've got these ginormous plants. It seems so much more alive than the Dark Aethers we've recently been getting, which is so good because they've been getting very repetitive, just having the same sort of Dark Aether over and over again. Now we do see this glowing mushroom in the bottom, so that's definitely Easter egg related for something. We're not sure exactly what it does. And there is also these giant Dark Aether crystals at each of the sides. There is in fact 4 giant ones and then 2 ones at the back. This seems to be exactly like the Origins Pack-a-Punch Mound, which is the battlegrounds of the Great War as well. And we do actually know that there was a temple underneath this, so that's never been explored upon further since then. And considering we're back in a temple on this map, is there a temple underneath all of this dirt in the Dark Aether here? I'm not exactly sure. And there is the Pack-a-Punch there in the back as well, so this is going to be the Pack-a-Punch area. And Juggernog is also in the Dark Aether, which shows just how small this map is if they're going to have Juggernog as the final perk that you are able to obtain. And yeah, the skyblocks look so cool. The map just looks so epic visually. Trek have said there's many side Easter eggs, so even though it's a small map, there's going to be a lot to do, and I can't wait to see what story stuff and revelations we have. And we also get a look at a FPS view of the Pack-a-Punch camo here with the circular origin symbols on. So cool. It's purple, but then it's also got the blue ones, but obviously it comes in many different colors. And this is honestly one of the best camos we've gotten in a long time. It looks so awesome. They've really upped their ante because the Pack-a-Punch camos have not been that great in this game, in my opinion. And then we get a look at the logo here, but we're not done just yet. I want to focus your attention on the last quote from Sir Archibald.
Memories of a nightmare, buried deep in the hush of the place.
He says, memories like a nightmare buried deep within the hush of the place. So Archibald is within the amulet we saw on the character screen we got the other day. But is he already in the amulet? I'm not exactly sure. Or will he only start talking to us? Because obviously he's going to be the main person that's going to talk to us through the Easter egg. Is he only going to start talking to us when we enter the Dark Aether on the map? Or as we get further down, maybe as we get out of spawn and we start moving further down, or maybe once we reach the crazy place. Obviously maybe there's some sort of ether connection, some Dark Aether connection that needs to be strong enough in order for him to start communicating. Now, Archibald obviously was sent by none other than Alistair Rose to try and find the central artifact in this place, but most likely he died, just like all of the skulls we see around, and he ended up dead, and his soul seems to now be trapped inside of the amulet, just like Panos in the Dark Aether. So maybe he's in the Dark Aether, but then he gets sucked into the amulet, or maybe he's already trapped inside of the amulet. I'm not exactly sure, but that has implications when we place the amulet on the podium to do the teleporters. Is that his doing, allowing us to open them up? Or, like I say, is he only going to communicate to us once we're in the Dark Aether? Maybe he's trapped in the Dark Aether, but then he goes into the amulet once we reach there. Now, like I said at the start, probably the Sentinel artifact is in the Dark Aether, which makes me think maybe the boss fight is going to be in the Dark Aether as well. I really hope so, because it's such a cool arena. Maybe we even end up fighting Archibald itself, although Archibald is going to be a friendly, at least temporarily during the Easter egg. He's going to be helping us try and find the Sentinel artifact, but obviously he could betray us, he could get corrupted by the Dark Aether. We will have to wait and see. Just like Panos, I guess he could end up double-crossing us and betraying us. But that's everything new that we have gotten from this gameplay trailer so far, but let me know in the comments if I have missed anything. This was just a quick overview. This map is small, so there isn't too much to say. Like I said, check out my prior video for a lot more information going over the full blog, because we learned a lot from that. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.